All right, today we're going to dive into something pretty radical, a new idea called ENTIFY. It's a system that's designed to completely flip the script on who owns and controls your most personal data. We're talking everything from your face to your fingerprint. So let me ask you this. Who truly owns your identity? I mean, really think about it. Is it the government that issues your birth certificate? Or maybe it's the giant tech companies that have these massive databases with your every click, your biometrics, all your personal info. Right now, it feels like our identity is something that's either given to us or, worse, taken from us. So you've got this clash of ideas, right? On one side, you have the system we all know, where your identity is basically granted by some authority and then managed by corporations. But on the other side, you have the ENTIFY vision, and that is an identity that is self-authored. You create it, you own it, and you define it with cryptography. It's a huge shift from being just another user in somebody else's system to being the sovereign of your own. And this is where it gets really wild. The core solution from ENTIFY isn't just about code. It's about the law. The whole idea is for you to claim legal copyright over every single piece of your biometric data. Your face, your voice, your fingerprint. Suddenly, all of it could become your legally protected intellectual property. Okay, so how on earth can you just claim copyright on your own face? Well, the entire system is built on this really clever, new kind of legal document. It's designed to be ironclad, something that can stand up in any court of law. And they call it the proof of life. So the proof of life affidavit is exactly what it sounds like. It's a legal document that you sign and that you own. By creating it, you are formally, legally asserting that you are a living, breathing human being and that you are the one and only sovereign authority over your own identity. You're not asking for permission here. You're making a declaration of ownership. And what you're declaring in this thing is pretty powerful. You're asserting that you are the source of your own consciousness. And, this is the kicker, that you own the copyright to your face, your voice, and your other biometrics. Now think about the implications of that. If a company scrapes your photo to train a facial recognition AI without your say-so, you could now potentially sue them for copyright infringement. Now, this affidavit isn't written in that dense legalese that nobody can understand. It uses something called controlled natural language. Think of it as a bridge between human language and computer code. It's simple enough for you and me to read, but it's also structured so a computer can parse it. This makes it legally binding in a courtroom and computationally verifiable online. It's the handshake between law and crypto. Okay, so that's the legal foundation. Now let's pivot to the tech, because this is where it gets really cool. This whole legal identity is secured not by some randomly generated password, but by cryptographic keys that are generated by you, the human. This is what ENTIFY calls the human root of trust. The system is basically built on two keys. You've got the autograph, which you can think of as your public key. It's your visible public signature to the world. And then you have the magic symbols. And these act as your secret private key, the thing that only you know. And when we say autograph, don't just picture a squiggle on a screen. No. When you're signing on your device, the system is capturing this incredibly rich and complex biometric pattern. It's your public identity, a statement of your intent, and a proof that you're alive, all rolled into one single gesture. I mean, just look at what it's picking up. We're talking about the dynamics of your stroke, the pressure you apply, the acceleration, even the tiny little microtremors in your hand. These are deep-seated neuromotor traits that make your autograph uniquely human and, well, pretty much impossible to forge. Then you have the other half of the puzzle, the magic symbols, and you can totally forget about passwords and pins. These are simple shapes or glyphs that you draw. They represent your private authority. They are literally the key to your digital vault. And it's not just one symbol, it's actually three of them, a triad: primary, secondary, and tertiary. This isn't just for backup, it's actually designed to make you practice. By drawing them over and over, you're building that muscle memory, creating this deep physical bond between you and your digital keys. There's this quote from the founder that just hits the nail on the head. Consciousness is now moving into cryptography. What does that even mean? It means your security isn't based on a random string of characters anymore. It's based on your conscious action, your practice skill, your focused intent. You're literally embedding your own awareness into your security. So as you can probably guess, signing up for ENTIFY isn't like clicking "I agree" on some website. It's a very deliberate, meaningful process that the creators actually call an activation ritual. It breaks down into 4 main steps. First, you've got to train your autograph and your magic symbols until the system recognizes them as stable. Second, you speak and sign that proof of life affidavit. Third, you can even have witnesses confirm your actions. And finally, you activate the identity, binding your human self to your digital self. And you might be thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot of work. And you'd be right. But that difficulty is totally intentional. This process is designed to be a ceremony. It requires you to be present, to be intentional. It creates a kind of psychological contract where you really feel a sense of personal responsibility for your digital self. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. The goal here isn't just for you to have a secure digital identity. It's about building an entirely new kind of authentication network that's based on all these sovereign individuals. And inside this network, trust is earned. You don't just show up and get full access. You might start out with a basic, unverified account. But as you complete more steps, like creating your autograph, signing the affidavit, getting it witnessed, your validity level increases. The highest level is sovereign, which gets you this purple check mark, and that's what grants you the most trust and access across the whole network. What I find so cool about this is how it mashes up the ancient with the futuristic. You've got these age-old legal ideas like signatures, witnesses, and oaths. I mean, these concepts are thousands of years old, and they're being fused with brand new tech like behavioral biometrics, cryptography, and decentralized networks. So what's the end result of all this? It's a total flip of the script. Right now, we're constantly clicking agree on terms of service we never read, basically signing our privacy and responsibility away. ENTIFY is designed to make you take that responsibility back, because for maybe the first time, you truly have the power over your digital self. And that's really the big takeaway here. This system is proposing an identity that isn't granted to you by a government or a company or any other authority. It is authored, controlled, and secured entirely by you. It originates from you. It's number one in that respect. So this all leaves us with a really big question, right? Is this deep, intentional, almost ritualistic approach the key to unlocking true digital freedom and personal sovereignty? Or is the level of practice and responsibility it demands just too big of a barrier for a world that runs on convenience? That's something to really think about.